Hi everybody, David Noor. I want to welcome you to an impromptu Facebook Live because I am really excited, crazy to believe after 4 years of thinking about some of these ideas and having obviously written relationship economics and return on impact and co-create, connectability and entrepreneur's guide to raising capital. I'm really excited about this. Is my 10th book coming out called CoCreate. It's coming out in May, but I try to practice what I preach, which is, and there's a lot of great people out there, a lot of great books if you haven't been to a local bookstore lately. But instead of just, hey, here's my new book, run out and get one, I want to practice what I preach. And if you followed any of my work on strategic relationships, I want to add some value. So I'm here to tell you I'm starting a 8-part webinar series tomorrow, Tuesday, the 21st. It is going to start, all of them are going to be on 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific. And I'm going to walk you through the key insights from the book, key executive interviews from the book, key projects that I've been working on for a number of years around the book. So just to kind of give you a couple of reminders or ideas, I talk a lot about making time for introspection. Think about it. Throughout the day, we get a lot of ideas. We read a lot of ideas. My colleague Mark and I just had a great meeting with an executive, and it was really intriguing, but most of us don't make enough time for that introspection. We don't make enough time to think about what went well, what do we need to work on, what are the next steps, logical steps in that interaction. So I talk about introspection often leads to the right action. I talk about this idea of adaptive innovation that I've been talking about for a number of years of, do you have relationships in the market as signal scouts to identify and bring back to you faint market signals, and a mechanism to delineate which ones are just noise and which ones are really good for you, which ones would be viable in helping you think differently about your personal, your team, and your organization's growth. I talk about, obviously, strategic relationships. And co-create, by the way, the premise is you cannot succeed in the future going at it alone. So how will you reinvent, re-energize, reinvigorate yourself, your team, your organization? How will you, in essence, create a very different value add in 18 to 36 months? That's basically the runway that we all have than you do today. And my supposition or my idea is through fewer but real strategic relationships. People that develop a vested interest in each other's success. People that, this is beyond partnerships. This is beyond strategic alliances. Next time, you hear partner, let's partner. Ask them, what does that mean exactly? So co-creation is really about reinvention. It's really about you doing things very differently, thinking, behaving very differently in 18 to 36 months than you do today. And I think you would agree the market is so dynamic, it is changing all around us, that you can't afford to sit still. You can't afford to keep doing the same things you were doing 3 and 5 and 10 years ago. One of my mentors is a guy named Alan Weiss, and he just came out with his Monday morning memo of, you got to change, and you got to change your own status quo. That's what co-creation really is all about. Now, a couple of other, I think, interesting chapters. I talk about the 6 stages of the customer experience journey. In working with a number of clients, you ask them questions like, tell me about your ideal client. Tell me how they're better off because of you. And inevitably, everybody jumps in with, let me tell you how great we are. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm asking. So in the book, I talk about this almost like infinity loop that we all go through as individual consumers, but also as business customers, and includes people that are looking for jobs or people looking to make investments, of always evaluating, right? We're always evaluating, where am I, what am I looking for, how would I be better off because of that product, that solution, or finding ways to meet that need. Other ideas, leading through provocation, the upward spiral of growth, and then creating exceptional experiences in organizations. I think what I'm most proud of is I think it took me a while, but I think this is my best book yet. And again, this is number 10. It's practical, it's pragmatic. I end every chapter with a tool to hopefully put the ideas in that chapter to work. And the very end of the book, there's a canvas. If you think of a canvas, an artist uses a canvas, an architect uses a canvas, a business model design is around a canvas. So this idea of co-creation is around a canvas. So anyway, I hope you'll look into joining us tomorrow. The webinars, again, there's 8 of them. I'm going to do an introduction, and then I'm going to cover each of the key chapters. The first one is tomorrow, Tuesday the 21st, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. I hope you'll join us. If you go to our Facebook page while I'm doing a Facebook Live, if you just go to the Nourgroup Inc. Facebook page, there's ways to register there. You can also go to CoCreate Book, CoCreateBook.com. That's another great place to learn about pre-ordering, and there's all kinds of both individuals and bulk bonuses I'm creating. And I'm also writing a lot on LinkedIn around this topic. So anyway, giving you multiple choices, multiple avenues to join us. Last but not least, if you're anywhere near the Atlanta area, I'm planning a fun book launch party. So keep an eye on the website for more of that. And I hope in one of these ways we get a chance to connect. Thanks for being here. I hope you'll join us for the webinar series, and look forward to connecting with you online. Thanks, everybody. All the best. Bye-bye.